What a way to wrap up a day. The Vietnamese American tile guys are at 2930, and I failed 6 building finals today. People ask me, probably half of you are asking why. The building finals are so encompassing. The inspector checks everything. And again, I don't care failing John's inspections. He is, I mean, other guys I hear say, "Well, what a jerk." John, no, I say he's calling the code as it is. And you pass a John inspection on the final, very hard to do. But so pissed off. We didn't get the now all these stuff to remediate is pretty simple. Some of it's kind of embarrassing, guys. Wait, how come we didn't get this right? But I came up and checked with the boys here and asked them if they needed any water, because they usually work kind of late. And the lead guy in the hat, "Hey buddy, take care, man." He came up and talked to me. I just checked if they needed any water, and he says, and that's going back to the condos I was building, and he says, "You are the only one he says, sometimes we have questions and we need clarification." He says, "You're the only one." And he's got my number. And he said the words I love to hear is, "You are the best." And damn near choked me up, because I work so hard to make sure these guys are taken care of. Are you guys playing Angry Birds or something?
Yeah. Hey,
how you doing, man? You need anything?
No, we're good.
You got water? I got water in the cooler.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro, take care of you, man. Come on.
You're the best.
I even might have I might have a soda, but it might be Coke Zero. Well, here, help yourself. It's in that cooler right there. I think it's a Coke, no sugar, actually. Take your pick.
You need a water or Coke? Water.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Take a shake at it.
That is Turo Rudy.
Turo Rudy, yeah. Turo Rudy. All right, man. Turo Rudy is a candy in Hungary, and my wife, anytime she comes back from Hungary, she always brings me a bunch of it. Vernacular, they call it Potyos. P-O-Y-T-O-S. It's Potyos. And you know the Hungarians, they put all that jewelry all over their daggone letters. I can't tell anything from them. But yeah, that made me. That is just the best, because and maybe I'm deceiving myself, but I believe workers that are treated well. Well, anyway, it makes me feel better. When I'm driving down that Hazelnut Road coming down here and people are whistling, "Hey, hey, hey," sure makes me feel good. And when you folks send those Publix gift cards, the look on their face when they get the chicken, tomorrow's gonna be a big chicken day. Some of you folks send in a number of those Publix cards. And again, I don't pocket a thing. $89.90 is past slab inspection. We're pouring that tomorrow. I think the forecast is very good. And all day crane day. So we lost so much time that even though today's a big leap forward, just lost time waiting for those damn trusses. And we got some windows starting to come in. So Romero and the boys, they brought some glass in for 70. They brought more in for 68, and they're going to start tomorrow setting that glass. They got to go back to the factory, pick some more up. And you know what? Let me show you this. I call it truss art. If I can get my hard hat on. Anytime anyone's working above you, you better have that hard hat on. To me, it's beautiful. I'm not a very artsy person at all, but since we decked the roof so quick, you don't get to see what I call the truss art. And I don't know, to me it's just gorgeous. And what it is the sun shines the shadow of the trusses down on the slab. and you get these wonderful shapes. It just makes me happy, man. I just love it. To me, it's beautiful. You know, and all these just assorted lines. Oh, here, show you what a bunch of the guys do. We call these little cylinders kegs. So there's a whole bunch of outlets for air on there. That holds, looks to me, about a 5-galloner. Because when these guys are firing on all cylinders, they're cranking out a lot of air. And so we'll follow the hose. So we got a 5-galloner there. And roll air. This is the man's air compressor right here for framing crews. And you got 2 5s there. So you got 15 gallons of compressed air. The reason why they do the other 5-gallon is they'll run low on pressure, and then it's got to sit there standing around like knuckleheads waiting for the build up pressure. Because what will happen is when they start driving the pressure, a nail will only go in, say, that far. And then they got to stop and let the compressor build up pressure so they can then drive the nail with the gun. So we call those extra containers, we call them kegs. And there's some that look like a keg of beer. So yeah, roll air. That sucker is on every framing crew, just about anywhere you go, man. Roll air. And we got more guys working here. Gave that man a tape measure. Wouldn't that just suck to have to stop working because you don't have a tape measure? So trust me, I got, like I said, with women in shoes, it's me and tape measures, man. And that one I had there was a Lufkin I gave him. I bought that to try it out. It's okay, but the Stanley Fat Max, pretty much a standard out here. The 35 footer is a bit clunky, but I have 100-foot what's called a logger's tape. Maybe I'll show you that there. It's 100 foot. It's on a reel, so it sucks itself back up. And most of the framers see it, they look at it with complete bewilderment, and I show them, and they go, oh, I gotta get one of those. And but it's kind of heavy too. So, but framers rarely, when are they ever pulling a tape more than a lineal stick of wood? I mean, a lineal was, you know, standard stick of wood, 16 foot long. So pretty much 25 footer gets them by pretty much all you got to do. The only thing you might need longer tape measures is if you're doing real long layouts like on commercial jobs. You just gotta have, you know, 150, 200 foot steel tapes on the winder. You know, you'll crank them like that. And those are just clunky as all hell. You can't like strap them to you all day. They're heavy, all that metal. And look, here comes a resident. I thought she was going to take a wide turn with that bicycle, and I was going to get a hood ornament. Wouldn't that suck? In the newspaper, builder runs over resident. That would not be a good deal. But yeah, today we had failures, we had some successes, and then wrapped the day up with that's my favorite compliment when a worker tells me I'm the best. And they never say it lightly. They mean it, and it means so much to me that I make them feel a certain way that they feel they can approach me and pay a compliment like that. And you know, it keeps me going, man. These workers, their kindness, generosity, of course. Now, when they bring the microwave out and they offer me to break bread with them and have lunch, you bet, because sometimes some crews will come and they'll just flat out cook, and sometimes a wife will come with a whole bunch of hot food and treat the boys, and they always call me over, come on over. There's another certain thing that happens late on Fridays that usually no superintendent's ever invited to. Can't tell you what it is, but most supers, when I tell them what the grouping is, the get together is, they've said, I've never heard of that. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll still never figure it out. but if you treat people with great kindness, you will find out what it is. In essence, they welcome you right into their home, and they will celebrate you. And it's very emotionally overpowering. Absolute kindness, and I'm blessed that I get a couple, 2, 3 of those a year. So enough of that